Hi friends, today's second business standard editorial is titled Creative Opportunities, and it is talking about the entry of Netflix AVGC company Eyeline Studios into India and how it augurs well for the country. On March 12, 2026, Netflix in-house VFX and production arm Eyeline Studios has opened a facility in Hyderabad. It is an indication that India's animation, visual effects, gaming, and comics (AVGC) industry is moving up the value chain. Now, what is AVGC industry? AVGC stands for, as you already saw, animation, visual effects, gaming, and comics. In the context of this news, it is referring to the jobs generated within the AVGC industry. Animation, we all have seen animation cartoons in our childhood, like for example Chota Beam is an animation, after effect of an animation. Visual effects, what we see in the great movie like Avatar is an after effect of visual effects. Gaming, when we play a game, there is a virtual world inside that game that is created, that is an after effect of gaming in the AVGC industry. Then there is comics, what we all know about the Marvel, DC, etc. comics, Superman, Captain America, etc. And the thing about the comics is that comics have IP, that is intellectual protection. So I cannot use a Superman character or a Captain America character in a movie, in my own movie, without asking and paying an amount to the Marvel or the DC people. So it has, comic has IP protection. Now, AVGC industry nowadays, it has an extension called AVGC XR, which means extended reality, like virtual reality and augmented reality. AVGC industry is a fast-growing segment of India's media and entertainment industry. It is the heart and soul of global content creation. Now, in this previous slides, I have mentioned a few words. So let us uh, see in detail what all does that mean. I have mentioned the word value chain. So what is value chain? To make the goods or services from ideation stage to the delivery to the customers, a sequence of activities are involved. These activities in that sequence is called value chain. There is an upper value chain and there is a lower value chain. Upper value chain is where the ideation or the designing of a product or service takes place. In case of AVGC industry, it includes the creating of comic, like IP generation, designing of a PUBG game or a game, innovating high-end VFX for global films like say Avatar. Such high value items, high value innovations take place in the upper value chain. Then there is a lower value chain that does not add much value to the value chain process. It includes activities like basic animation activities or post-production work, that is as per the guidelines provided by the upper value chains. The lower value chain has to execute a certain step. They don't put in any innovation. Now, if you think of China producing iPhone, China does not do anything other than manufacturing the phones based on the instruction received from its designers in the US, just like that. So far, India was involved with the lower value chain activities in AVGC. With the introduction of Netflix Eyeline Studio, India is moving up the value chain. What is Eyeline Studios? Eyeline Studio is Netflix global production and innovation studio focused on visual effects, virtual production, animation, gaming, and comics. Netflix fully owns Eyeline Studios as its in-house VFX and production arm. Netflix produces its own programs like the Stranger Things, and for making such programs, this Eyeline Studio is doing its AVGC contents. Now, I mentioned a term called virtual production. What is virtual production? It is a filmmaking technique that merges physical and digital worlds in real time using technology like LED walls and game engines to create photorealistic interactive environments on set. It replaces traditional green screens and enables directors to see the final effects on the set itself without waiting till post-production. Now, this is a what I just mentioned here. There is no green screen. Instead, the scene is directly depicted on the set itself. This is virtual production. Now, the Hyderabad office of Eyeline Studio has this visual effects and virtual production infrastructure, and it will become a part of Eyeline's global network, which includes Los Angeles, Vancouver, London, and Seoul. How Hyderabad is important with respect to AVGC. AVGC. Hyderabad is known for its famous film studios like Ramoji Film City, Annapurna Studios, and so on. It also has other VFX companies and technology hubs. Together, it forms an ecosystem for AVGC industry, a place where film culture, digital technology, and global content demand intersect. This could be a reason why Eyeline Studios chose Hyderabad as the location. With the arrival of this global studio, the AVGC ecosystem would see a rapid growth in India. Now, what is the number saying about the media and entertainment sector in the country? India's media and entertainment sector was estimated at 2.5 trillion rupees in 2024 and is projected to reach about 3 trillion by 2027. When we say media and entertainment sectors, it includes digital media like Netflix, Jio Hotstar, film and our usual TV channels, online gamings, digital advertising, live events, and or each of the individual segments of the AVGC industry like animation, gaming, comics, etc. So within this, the animation and visual effects segment alone generate about 10,300 crore in 2024. AVGC, talking about its employment generation, is a huge employment provider. It is a labor intensive sector. That's why it combines creative skills with advanced digital capabilities, generating opportunities for artists, coders, designers, and engineers simultaneously. Indian government estimates that the sector could require close to 2 million professionals by 2030. Recognizing the job generation capacity of AVGC industry, the government in its recent union budget has proposed creating Indian Institute of Creative Technologies in Mumbai with plans to establish AVGC content creator labs in 15,000 secondary schools and 500 colleges across the country. Now, this is a good initiative from the part of the government that would expose the students early on to the emerging technologies so they can make use of the jobs being created by the booming of AVGC sector. In summary, AVGC industry is set to grow, and India, with its legendary storytelling traditions like Mahabharata and Ramayana and a large base of technically trained youth, is in a sweet spot to move up the AVGC value chain. Thank you.